Hey everybody, it is a early morning, probably around 7 o'clock here in Southern California, and the reason I'm doing this video is because it's going to be warm and hot. It's actually cool right now and I don't want to be doing this in the heat. So let me show you what we're doing. All right, it's cool right now, but this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be putting in the RC Rough Countries Black Series light, just like this one. It's just a bigger version across the top. So that's what we're actually going to do today. So let's get that started and show you the tools that we're going to use and all that stuff. I don't know how long it's going to take, but you never know. Sometimes things happen real fast and sometimes they just take a while. So let's show you the tools and stuff that you're going to need to do this. Alright, here's the tools you're going to need. You're going to need some electrical connections. You're going to need something to go over that to seal it. Electrical pliers, a wrench, a T40 Torx socket, maybe some extra sockets and stuff like that. And this is the bars that are going up that you need all this for. And it's a package of tools. And of course you need a beverage of choice. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Alright, one of the things I'm going to show you is here's the bar that goes at the window, let's say over here, and the bar goes across. But behind it there's some rubber stuff. I put it on last night. It comes like this, and what I did is I took the bolts, put them through the rubber so they lined up with the holes. And then I put this side first, then rolled it down so I got to this and put a bolt through it and a bolt through here, and then I just made it. That's how I did it. Very simple. These are the only instructions you got other than putting those pieces there, and they supply you with all the material that you need. So now we're really going to get started. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this left side first, tighten everything down, and then I'm going to put this side up loose because that's where the wire of the light's going to come down through. I want one side sturdy, so when I'm putting this in, it's I ain't got to worry about this moving around. I got one side it's actually sturdy, the other side's loose, and I'll adjust it when it's all done. So let's put this one in, and we'll go from there. So as you can see, there's 2 holes here, 3 holes here, and basically what those are these 2, this one, and this one. That's what it's going to bolt onto, and it's not going to bolt onto anything else after that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this up before I put it down, install it, and so let me go ahead and clean that up. Alright, it's all cleaned right there, really good. And then I'll attach the pieces. I already did the other side too. Alright, you're going to need a T40. Yeah, a T40 X. It's the one that looks like the star. Maybe with a 1/2 inch socket wrench, because that's how they come. I don't need an extension. And we're just going to undo those 6 bolts and put this new one in. Now before we put these in, I want to show you the difference. Here's the one that came with the package. Here's the ones that came out of the Jeep. Keep them just in case you ever want to get rid of your light bar or something happens, but keep these with you. These are longer because they had to get through this steel. See how thick it is right here? They're longer so they can get past this also. So keep these, but install theirs. That's what we're going to do. Rubber backing. Same way I took them off, I'm going to use this, screw them in, and then I'll tighten it down with this. this one's an Allen wrench. Let me go find some. Yep, Allen wrench. Okay. The instructions said 6 millimeter. That's this one, but it doesn't work. It's actually a 5. So I guess we use a 5 millimeter. Put these in. Alright, it's not super snug, but it ain't moving. Okay, so now what I gotta do is get the light out of the box, put it on top, get the other side ready, and do the same thing. I'll show you when I start putting the wire through it, but taking it off, untaking the bolts, I ain't gonna show you all that. It's not important, because I already did it here. But I'll show you when I start running the wire through it, because I'm gonna have to have the light up here first with the wire hanging down so I can put it in with the piece. So let's do that. All right. What I'm going to do, this piece up with the wire down the center, like so, and I won't tighten it up until it's adjusted.
A few moments later.
Well, this is the problem I'm having, and let me show you up closer instead of with the other camera. And once I get it figured out, I'll let you know. Okay, in every video I've ever seen done of this, it actually comes down inside the bar and then into this. But what I don't understand yet, and I'll figure it out, is the holes don't line up. Maybe I got to tighten these up first. Right here, these three, tighten them up, and these holes might line up. So I'm going to do that and see if that's how we do it, because the instructions do not say it.
You like to read minds, Meg? I got something for you to read right here.
What's this, copper? What's that? 1 hour later.
All right, let me show what we had to do. We stopped the video, and not a problem. It was just a real big pain. Let me show you this. If you look at the video before, you'll actually see the wire sticking out here instead of being inside this. This is definitely a two-person job, because you really have to push this in after you get the wire and make sure the rubber piece isn't over, that isn't folded over like ours was. That was a real pain. Lisa helped me. It was actually her idea to do it instead of mine. I would have been fine with it, but I think it would have drove her crazy, and at the time it would have drove me crazy. But anyway, so now here's the wire. I've already tested it to see if it works, and it does. The next thing will be to put it in here underneath this. So I'm going to be taking off these two pieces right here. And then I'll take this wire and I'll stick it up in here, and we'll go from there. All right, here's the deal. Lisa helped me. She helped me a lot with the thing. I'm not going to say I could have done it without her, but I'm saying I couldn't have done it without her. So just between us, let's keep it. No one mentioned it to her. You know, so anyways, let's move on to the next thing. I got a little extra wire in here, but I'm gonna have to unscrew these again and probably take it off and just take a Dremel tool and just Dremel that a little bit, and then I'll put some anvil gray paint that's on an ink pen type thing right there so it don't rust. But I think if I don't, and I don't do it, I don't know, the next month or two, I'm probably gonna have the wire rubbed through and it could cut it, and I don't want to do that. That's just a real pain. So that's the other problem. And like I said, this was a hard one, getting the wire from here all the way coming out down to the bottom. I actually had it right here and coming out, but this way worked out. And this thing was a pain in the tail feather, trying to keep it clean here. But with, like I said earlier, without Lisa, it wouldn't happen. She had some great ideas, which I didn't think about. So you probably saw on the video before that, you know, some guy blowing his top, hour later, all that kind of stuff. It kind of happened, but I didn't really blow my head, but I was frustrated. But let me show you what we had to do. While Lisa was screwing in the holes, I had to lean against this Jeep and almost do this to it just so she can get the screws in. We got them in. I don't think it's ever going to come off. So you're going to need two people for most of the job, not all of it. But two is good. One, you can get it done. But you're going to need two people for certain things, like the light bar and that piece. Unless you're a certified mechanic and do this your whole life, and I haven't, you may not need that. But anyways, they got done. It's bright. Let's show you what the lights look like at nighttime.
3 hours later.
All right, this is the headlights of the Jeep. If you look dead center, there's a little post with some reflective tape on it or something like that. That's a good reference point. So let's turn on the lights. You see it right there in the center? You definitely can see it now. It has a wider span than what you had. All right, you saw the lights.
You see how bright they are? They're really bright. The actual video doesn't really give it justice, I guess, but they definitely are bright. So if you like the video, you guys know what to do. If you want to see whenever the new stuff comes out, hit that little bell, subscribe, do all those things, and we'll see you at the next video.